Okay, we are getting started on part to whole or percent proportion. So we are going to go ahead and take a look at these. So go ahead and get your notes out. It says a school band consists of 45 boys and 50 girls. The total number of boys, 18 plays drums. What is the percent of boys that play drums? So we're going to come in here, and I know that I have 45 boys. I also know that I have 50 girls. Of the total number of boys, 18 play the drums. What percent of the boys play the drums? Ooh, they gave us extra information. We don't need the number of girls. At no point do we need the number of girls. So let's see what we know. So I understand that there is a total of 45 boys. And I also understand that 18 boys play the drums. My plan is to set up a percent proportion. What is a percent proportion? You ask? Well, that was a very good question. It is part to whole equals percent over 100. And so my total is a whole, and the number of boys is my part. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to solve this by creating a proportion. And so I have part to whole equals percent over 100. And I'm going to write that 100 in there because that 100 never changes. We are looking for, it says what percent. So this is my missing spot right here. I do have a part. My part is the number of boys that play drums. So 18 boys play drums is my part. My whole is my total number of boys, which is 45. And that's my total. Once I have this, we are in a cross product situation. We're going to multiply across. So I get 18 times 100, and we should know that is 1800. And then we divide by our leftover. So I have 1800 divided by 45. 402, there's my 180. And then I have to go 45 goes into 0 40 times. So my answer goes right here. It is 40%. The answer is A. Every time we do this all day today, part to whole equals percent over 100. That is what you're going to say to yourself. This is the formula we're using. How do I know it? There are some key words. You'll see like what, you'll see of, you'll see a lot of times the word is. There's another trick. A lot of times your part is called is and your whole is called of. And I will show you that in another one. Okay, at an animal shelter, 12% of the cats are Siamese. If there are 75 cats at the shelter, how many are Siamese? So first I have a percent. I have of the cats. There are there are 75 cats at the shelter. This is my whole. This is my how many are Siamese? Sorry, need to change colors. This is my part. So over here, I'm going to write 75 cats is my total. I know I have 12%. And I'm looking for number of Siamese cats. And I knew I'd spell that wrong. Siamese. Okay, so my plan is to use percent proportion. Remember we set that up. Part to whole equals percent over 100. So down here, I'm going to set up my proportion. I'm going to put my 100 in the place, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go, well, I have 12%, so I'm going to put that in the percent box. And then I have a total of 75, so I'm going to put that here. I am looking for the number of Siamese, so that's my blank. We're going to come in here and cross multiply. We're going to multiply 75 times 12. 0, 1, 15, 5, 7, 0, 0, 1, 900. And I need to divide that by 100. Well, 900 divided, oh, that one's easy. I have 9 left. So I have 9 cats are Siamese. Mr. Guerre rented an apartment. The security deposit was 40% of 1 month's rent. If the security deposit was $200, how much is 1 month's rent? Well, I know that 40% of the rent equals my security deposit. And I also know that the security deposit was $200. So I'm going to use a percent proportion, because that's what we're doing. And remember, that is part to whole equals percent over 100. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my percent proportion. I'm going to put my 100 in there. I'm going to put my percent sign over here. I have part to whole. So the security deposit is a part, right? Because it's a piece of the whole. So I'm going to add $200 as my part. What I don't know is the whole. I don't know how much the whole rent is. I only know that this is. And I know that 40% of my money of the rent is my security deposit. So I can add in those. Once you have that done, you have a percent proportion again. We are going to multiply 200 times 100. And I hope you guys all know you just add 4 zeros, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 times 1, we get 20,000. And then I need to divide by 40. Well, 40 doesn't go into 2, 40 doesn't go into 20, 40 goes into 200 5 times. Now, I have a 0 here, but I have these 2 zeros, and you need to take into the account for those. So my correct answer is $500. You can't just stop at the 5 and leave that. That wouldn't even make sense. $5 is less than 200. If you had to fill this in, it goes here. You don't necessarily need those. You can add them, and it is positive. So there you go. Okay, question number 4. This diagram shows how much time Antoine spends doing different activities each day. How many hours does Antoine sleep in a day? More than Mrs. Williams. That's the truth. Okay, so I don't need this whole pie graph. That's the thing. I have to understand, though, that my pie chart or my pie graph totals 100%. Takes up all of his time. That's the point of a pie graph. And that he sleeps 40% of the day. I am so jealous by that. And then I also have to know that a day is 24 hours. If I don't know the day is 24 hours, I'm going to have a problem. So my plan is to take 40% of 24 hours using a percent proportion. What is the percent proportion? Everyone should be saying part over whole equals percent over 100. So we're going to go ahead and get our problem started. And we're looking at this. Sleeping is part of the day. It'd be nice if it was all of the day, but we don't know. But it's 40%. I know a whole day is what, though? 24 hours. So I don't know the part. How many hours in a day does Antoine sleep? So I'm missing my part. We're going to cross multiply using cross products and divide. So I have 24 times 40. 0, 6, 1, 960. 960 divided by 100 Oh, goodness. I would love to sleep this much. Who sleeps this much? Probably you guys. Not me, though. Wow. 9.6 hours. I want to say I was probably in my 20s the last time I slept that much. 9.6 hours. Go, Antoine. Last question. You guys ready? It says a local hardware store sold 12% of its hammers on Saturday. If the hardware store sold 9 hammers on Saturday, how many hammers did this store have in stock to begin with? I know that they had 12% of their hammers sold, and they sold 9 hammers. I am looking for a total. That's my question. So my plan is percent proportion. Remember, it's part to whole equals percent over 100. So this right here is a part. This right here is the percent. So I have percent and I have part. What am I looking for? The whole. How do I find it? Bat and ball method. Cross multiply and divide. 9 times 100 is 900. 900 divided by 12. Well, 7 times 12 is 84. Subtract, I get 60. 12 times 5 is 60. So they had 75 hammers in the shop. And that's all I got for you. Good luck on your DOL. Make sure it is part to whole equals percent over 100. Have a great day.